Hi. So, if you ask me what civilization is not just about you living in a city or in a town or where people are educated or whatever. Civilization is character. It's character, it's attitude, how you manage situations. Now, recently, I was traveling, so the flight was supposed to land in Montreal, but couldn't land in Montreal because they had the weather situation. It was raining, thunderstorm, so they had to reroute to Toronto. So they went to Toronto. They landed in Toronto, right? So all we had was announcement that, oh, sorry, because of the weather situation. So they roamed about in the air for a few hours, and they were like, okay, the flight is running out of gas. They have to go land in Toronto. Simple and short. Everyone was patient. They landed in Toronto. So after the announcement, we were patient. We landed in Toronto, but we couldn't get down from the flight because the plane was not actually meant to land there. They just created a little space for us to land, and there's no tunnel for us to come down because it's not originally our destination. So we had to wait in the flight. Like we had to sit down there to wait. It wasn't just an hour. We waited for hours. Like I was running out of patience. It's a local flight, so there was no food. They only give snacks and water and maybe pop, just a cup of drink. That was all we had from the original destination. Nothing. So they were selling food. They would ask you if you want to order something. Now, people didn't order because it was just maybe a 2-hour flight. We couldn't land now, so we had to go somewhere else. And now people were hungry and they wanted to order food, but they couldn't order food because they said the food has already expired because it has passed the time they are supposed to sell it. They can't sell it anymore. Maybe because if somebody has a flu, or maybe you go and complain for food poisoning, it's going to be a very big issue for the airline. And they don't want to do that. They didn't sell food anymore. So we asked, can we still order the food? They said no, because it has already passed the duration that they programmed the food for. They can't sell it anymore. So we were there. So they only started handing out more snacks, more water, more drinks for children. People were hungry. Like, people were tired, we were exhausted. But the shocking part is nobody flinched. I was looking around. I was like, are these all robots in this plane? Are we robots? Nobody, no sound. It was quiet. It was calm. It was peaceful. That was, at that moment, I realized what real civilization is. Because where I'm from, like, people, oh my God, the pilots will not have peace. The flight attendants will not have peace. Nobody is going to have peace. You see people complain, do you know who I am? Do you know where I'm going to? Do you know I have an appointment? My appointment is going to miss. I was like, these people, don't they have, because most of us had connecting flights. So we're only complaining about our connecting flight, that we're going to miss the other flight. So they were like, no, they are going to let the other airline know that passengers from this flight are having a delay because besides, most flights from that airport cannot even depart, or some flights cannot even arrive because of this same weather issue. So they are going to talk to the airlines and they will make arrangements. They will understand. They will delay the other flight. That was the only complaint. Connecting flight. They explained, the air hostess, the attendant, they explained that no, I don't think you're going to miss your flight. Even if you miss your flight, they will do something else. They will have to change it, do something for you, but just be patient. I didn't see anybody complain. Nobody even stood up from their seat apart from going to use the restroom. Like, they'll just get up to go use the washroom. They'll come back, maybe stretch their legs. Nobody was roaming about on the aisle. Nobody was standing on the flight. Everyone was seated on their seat. Everyone was seated. Like, I was beginning to think, so this is what real civilization is, because where I'm from, nobody is going to have peace in that. You might even force them to open that door. Everybody will be roaming about. No, we spent hours. I'm not talking about 2 hours or 3 hours. We spent hours. We spent hours sitting there, like your butt will hurt. We were sitting there, just gisting quietly. No noise. It wasn't rowdy. I'm still like, at that point, I realized what real civilization is. I'm saying this because of a recent happening when somebody tried to stop me from moving. they were holding the plane not to move. Like, you stood in front of the plane so that the plane would not move, and the pilot to, maybe got pissed and wanted to actually fly the plane. But civilization is not just about big buildings and cities and lights and cars. It's about character. Civilization is character. Okay.